So listen and move activity worked great as a game. It worked great as an object lesson. Hi there, friends. Thanks so much for joining me for this little live chat. I've got a very simple little idea for those of you who aren't allowed to use singing yet. And that is a thing. If you've got too many kids in a room and the situation is not good for singing, you can still use music without singing. And I have worked out a beautiful playlist of musical games and things you can use with drama, with music, with no singing. And this little activity I'm going to share with you today worked great as a game. It worked great as an object lesson for the Adam and Eve story. And what I did was I separated the kids into two groups. I had girls and boys. And I told them, I said, we're going to start with a game, and I'm going to see how well you listen. You need to listen really well, and we're going to watch each other to see which group does better. And so I got the girls up, and I started the little listening thing. It's on my YouTube channel. And so they listen, and then they do the walking or the running or the tiptoe. And it's tiptoe. It's all set to music, and the kids love this, and they marched around the room doing it. And when they do running, I tell them running has to be running on the spot because I don't want them running around the room, as well as tap dancing. And they had such fun, and the boys had a great time watching the girls do it. And then when the girls did the first half of it, then the boys gave the girls a clap, and then I said, okay, boys, let's see how well you can do. The girls listened really well. They listened to the commands. They did everything right. But boys, you're going to have a harder time because you know what? There's not going to be any voice commands. You actually have to listen to which music tells you to do what.
Now, can you remember what the music tells you to do?
So you've got to think harder. So girls, let's just see how well the boys can do. And so the boys then do it, and they loved it, just loved it. And then of course we gave the boys a clap. They did a really, really good job. And it was a fun little activity to do in two groups so that they could each watch each other. They love these ideas. And then after that, I said, okay, you guys did such a good job listening. I mean, well done. You did so good. But today I'm going to share with you a story that's a little bit sad. And it's kind of a little bit scary because these people didn't listen well. They did do as good as you did today. Today I'm going to share with you the story about Adam and Eve. And so all I did was share the story of Adam and Eve. I did a shared reading with them. In my large classes I use the electronic beginner's Bible, and they love that. But the smaller classes, I can use this smaller Bible and read it. And so then I go through the story, and then I'm able to relate them having a choice and what voice were they going to listen to. And sadly, of course, they got tricked and they listened to the wrong voice, and that's when sadness and sickness and bad things came into our world. But the thing about that, and I also relate, God didn't create them robots, and that's probably why he gave them that one rule, to say, I'm going to give you a choice whether you want to listen to me, whether you want to love me and follow me, or whether you want to do your own thing. And so he gave them that freedom, and he gives humans freedom to do that. And so that's how I related the Adam and Eve story to this little musical object lesson, and it brought a lot of fun and a lot of life into the lesson, and just a lot of teaching to go along with the Adam and Eve story. On my website you'll find I've created some printables that you can do with this as a follow-up, and you can even have a little sheet here that the kids can draw something. Oh, stop that, little Olive. That the kids can draw something that runs, something that walks, that marches, or draw a robot. And you can just use it as a little craft follow-up to your object lesson and take it to whatever the topic of your lesson is. So I thought I'd just share that with you, and if you liked it, be sure to give it a little thumbs up. Thanks for joining me today for this little quick training, and make sure you follow me here so that you'll get notified when I do more lives. And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, and you'll be notified whenever I put up these simple ideas. Okay guys, thanks for joining me today. See ya.